Go on then, who wants a picture? You look so happy, Amelia. You're like this. So if you look, that's where he started the war all those years ago. So I'm with James Buckley. Everyone knows him as Jay from the Inbetweeners.
Yeah.
As we've got him, I thought I'd ask him a few questions, see if he's into cars. We'll talk a little bit about his channel as well. So first of all, you're getting your Range Rover wrapped, the family car, should we call it?
That's it, yeah.
Why are you getting it wrapped?
Just needs a little TLC, I think. It's sort of been run ragged, to be honest. The wheels are... Can bleep that. That's how
Completed it, mate.
That's how I describe them. Yeah, there's some scratches up the side. It's been stuff that I needed to do for a while, and finally got the time to sort of sort it out and get it done. So, because I remember talking to you about it maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
And it's just life gets in the way, doesn't it? And
I know we're going to go satin black. I know that you don't want satin black.
I don't mind satin black. The car is black already, so I wanted something. I wanted something a bit different, basically. And I wanted a sort of a matte military green. I thought that I always think that looks good on Range Rovers, especially.
Yeah.
But got overruled by the boss, the wife.
Yeah.
And she wants it satin black, so
She wins.
yeah, it's as easy as that.
Okay, so you've got the Range Rover. We obviously done your Mini
Yeah.
many years ago.
Yeah,
Is that 5 years ago now, maybe?
Yeah, or might be more. I don't know. I can't. It was a long time ago. Yeah.
It was a long time ago, and it was just like the Italian job Mini.
Yeah, it was just a Cooper S, sort of mid-90s.
What colour was it originally?
It was purple originally, but I wanted to build the car that I wanted when I was 17.
Yeah.
And you did it. You did it for me.
We spent a lot of hours on that car. It was a full strip down.
Yeah.
Repainted it into the new purple. Full interior change. We changed the dashboard into like a digital dash.
Yeah.
You had a 4-speed gearbox. We made it a 5-speed gearbox. I think we changed the wheels.
The wheels.
The exhaust.
Electric windows. All the mod cons that you don't usually get, that you take for granted, like in a normal car.
Yeah.
Obviously they're not on old Minis, so we had to stick all that in. And I remember the thing was finding a space for everything to sort of be able to fit in motors for the windows and stuff like this.
There's no room in there. That car is small, and obviously the doors are wafer thin.
Yeah.
So when you've got to put a motor in there for obviously the windows to go up and down, we
Yeah.
struggled a lot. I think we managed a lot of stuff under the dash.
Yeah, loads of speakers as well. Usually you get 2 speakers just on the parcel shelf. Yeah, we've got a sub in there. We've got tweeters and all kinds of stuff going on in the doors. It looks brilliant. It looks absolutely amazing. I still love it.
It was a great looking car. You've also got another car as well.
Yeah.
What's your other car?
V8 Mustang. Yeah.
So a Yank.
Yeah. I was in the States a few years ago and I borrowed one for a couple of months. And I just sort of fell in love with it. I went on a sort of little adventure with me in this car and sort of driving around America. And as soon as I found out that they were going to bring them out in Europe for the first time, I put my name down for one. I got one straight away.
What was your first car?
My first car was a Mini.
It was a Mini?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was a Mini. It was...
what colour? What year?
It was purple, again, sort of mid-90s, which is why I found that one and brought it to you. And unfortunately, it had been in a smash, but the person never told me that when they sold it to me. And I was 16, 17, and absolutely skinted myself trying to get this car that I really wanted, and took it to loads of different garages, and they said, because it would crab, like the tracking was off.
Wow, okay.
And
so it was dangerous?
Yeah, for your first car as well. You know, you don't have much experience driving and the car's going all over the road all the time. I took it to about 4 or 5 different garages, and it wasn't until, and spent loads of money saying, yeah, we can fix this. Da, da, da. It wasn't until the last one that they said, you know, this has been in a smash. You can see here, you can see where like there's
been welded.
Imprint of the nut and bolt on into the another part of the car. And I went, you're the first person to tell me that. Like, everyone's been telling me that they can fix it. They've never told me this, and they'll go through the tracking and they'll get it all sorted. He went, yeah, no, there's nothing you can do with that.
Oh my God.
Got back in touch with the bloke that sold it to me, and he gave me a crappier Mini, basically.
Okay.
Sort of You know, it's better than nothing, I guess, but it wasn't the Mini Cooper S that I think it was like a Mini Mayfair, early 80s, something like that. So I was driving around that for a while.
So you're the mini man?
Yeah, I went through three. At one point I had 3 old Minis all at the same time when I was a teenager, and I would move parts from each depending on which one was working better that week.
Okay, that's different.
But they're just, I know nothing about mechanics or anything like that, but they're just so simple, especially those old Minis.
Back in the day, cars were very, very basic.
Yeah.
Now with electrics, it's a lot harder now. You could just change little bits of a car. You could literally take bits off another car and it's no biggie. Nowadays, it doesn't happen like that. You are better known as Jay from the Inbetweeners. Yeah. The Inbetweeners, huge. I'm a massive fan. You were definitely my favourite character in there, to be honest.
Good on you.
You were. What would you class yourself as?
What would I class myself as?
Sorry, I shouldn't swear. Or the waffler.
We shouldn't swear, but yeah, the is the tagline. I think that's how you can sum up Jay. And there's always one in a group, isn't there? There's always someone that's maybe embellishes the truth, makes things sound a bit more interesting than they actually were. But
it's very relatable now, and social media is known for people putting all the amazing stuff on it that really not necessarily true. And they say fake it till you make it. And people are posting up pictures in front of fancy cars or watches or showing a lifestyle that really they don't live.
Yeah, that is weird. I don't have the guts to do that. I mean, I'm in lots of situations where I'm around people that are more successful than me and have done better than me, and you know, I could have a little picture by their car or something like that. As soon as someone sees through it,
but people don't care. They don't care. They will post something up and feel no way about it that it's not real. And I'm like, everyone knows. Like, how can you do that? And as I said, you've done that. Inbetweeners was how many years ago now?
Well, you know, 10 years ago we started. Yeah.
And it's still relevant to this day. You can still watch. It's like timeless. It's like 40 Towers. It reminds me of that sort of thing where you can just watch it and it doesn't get
incredible.
old.
Yeah, I think it's still on TV almost every night, which is and now, you know, there's a whole new generation, which makes me feel really old, of kids watching the Inbetweeners, and it's incredible. It's lasted this long.
Was the banter the same off camera?
Yeah, pretty much.
Were you all just literally taking the piss out of each other and just were you laughing continuously during filming?
Yeah, it was the most fun you could ever have as a job. It was absolutely brilliant, and we were all super close, and it was just all day long. You had to be ready to have something on one of the other boys and make sure they didn't have anything on you, because it was just fair game. Like it was open season. You were allowed to take the piss out of absolutely anything.
So nothing, no holds barred. No. Everything went. No. Mums, dads.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No.
Because people usually draw a line. They're like, your mum. No, don't go with my mum. You can say anything else you want.
No, there's no line. There's absolutely no line. And a lot of the stuff from the Inbetweeners, we'd nick from basically the way we were behaving with each other. Bizarrely, some of the stuff that came from the Inbetweeners that sort of became relevant to us personally as well. I remember, I've never said this, and I don't know whether he's going to be happy about it.
Exclusive.
I remember Blake had some friends come down to set, a couple of his mates, and obviously we don't know these, so it's like, oh, new friend, it's like that sort of thing. And they started calling him Beaky.
Right.
And we were like, Beaky? He was going, leave it. We're going, is that your nickname, Beaky? And then obviously we found out that he had this like nickname because he's got a big nose or whatever.
Yeah, I could have Beaky as well, to be fair.
I think I'm there as well. But that was just, it was like a little gold mine. It was like, we found this little nickname that Blake hates, that his other mates call him, that we weren't ever supposed to know about. So it was a bit like the old friend, that sort of bit. Beaky, a bit old Beaky. It's just
that voice, when you hear that voice brings back so many memories. I've got to talk about the banana Cinquecento.
Yeah.
That car. I remember you had a reunion recently, and I remember watching it, and I saw a clip in the car where you were like, do you know what? I wonder if my old lines were here. And then you flipped down the sun visor, and your old lines were there. And you were like, I can't believe this.
They had those sort of cheap car seat covers.
Yeah.
And it was in the headrest. Because I used to...
Oh, it was in the headrest, correct, yeah.
I used to sellotape and stuff like this and hide my scripts and stuff so I could just see it and just read it while we're filming.
Did you not revise? Did you not do your...
No, I didn't.
Did you wing a lot of it?
didn't wing it. I sort of felt like I knew it to an extent, but if I've not got a very good memory, so if I learn something the night before, it'll be gone. Like I just won't remember it. And so when we were making that reunion, Joe turned to me and went, "Oh yeah, I think a bit of your script's in the headrest." And I thought he was joking. I was like, "Yeah, all right, yeah." He went, "No, go and check." And I had a look, and I was absolutely blown away. I couldn't believe there was still a bit of the script that I'd stuffed into the headrest just before, we yell action. But yeah, and that wasn't like staged or anything like that.
That was real.
Yeah.
You could see it was real. I love that. So now you've got a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Completed it, mate.
Yeah.
First of all, the name.
Well, it's a no-brainer. I wanted to make a YouTube channel on a hobby of mine, on something that I'm passionate about, and that's video games and gaming. And I thought, completed it, mate. It seems to be the obvious choice for a name of my channel. And I mean, that's why it's always sort of weird when people say, "Oh, are you fed up with people wanting to talk to you about the Inbetweeners and stuff?" I'm like, no.
That made you.
Yeah, of course it did. Yeah,
exactly.
and I guess maybe I'd have got fed up if I hated doing it.
Yeah.
I can imagine that if it was something that you really didn't like, that people love you for, that might be annoying. But I love doing the Inbetweeners, so I call my channel Completed It, mate, and I haven't got a problem with it at all whatsoever.
So someone that watches your channel, you say video games.
Yeah.
What video games are you playing, and what sort of content can they expect to see?
So loads and loads of video games.
I'm going to be playing some Fortnite, World War II, Spider-Man.
Mario Kart.
It's Call of Duty Black Ops 3 time, y'all!
And basically what I do is, I'm in my 30s. I'm not as hip as the younger sort of YouTube gamers, and I think those crazy big personalities that you see, which is much more entertaining than my channel.
You did, boy!
And you're all catered for. Whereas this is for sort of people more sort of my age that don't scream and shout when they're sitting in a room on their own playing video games. It's a lot more relaxed. I'm terrible at video games. I love them. I've been obsessed with them for years and years, ever since I was a kid.
Video games are frustrating. Next game!
And I talk about a lot of my earliest memories playing games and stuff like that on the channel and things. But it is just a normal bloke playing video games.
I'm Spider-Man!
And at the moment, it's more live streaming, which I find really, really exciting, like live broadcasting. And you get the comments come through, and almost the game I'm playing and what's going on
Comes irrelevant.
Yeah, it's not important anymore, because I go through all the comments as they come through, and we talk about, the conversation can go anywhere.
Everyone in this comments section right now is going to join me in sending Beans loads of love, loads of luck. We all hope you get better.
And they'll ask me a question about the Inbetweeners or something like that. We'll talk about that for a little while. They'll ask me a question about, what are your thoughts on sort of these mental health issues and things like that, and we'll talk about that. And it really is interesting for me personally, and I just think it's a nice sort of way to make YouTube videos, because I don't know, it's live and I don't know what we're going to talk about, and the video can go in any direction. Whereas I think a lot of live streamers that play video games, one, they're really good at the game and they want to provide gameplay footage that's really entertaining and really exciting.
So people can learn from it and do it when they play themselves.
Whereas I can't do that.
I'm dead.
So I spend more time with the people that are watching, and it becomes a sort of...
Just like a Q&A
Yeah,
while you're gaming.
Yeah.
And can people game with you? Can they?
They will be able to soon. I've been streaming on Twitch a lot lately as well, and soon, you get subscribers and stuff like that. And for people to subscribe to your Twitch channel, I think they have to pay monthly.
Okay.
And
whereas YouTube is free, obviously.
YouTube's free, yeah. So I was thinking, well, how can I justify that? And I thought, we'll become gaming friends. And
Ooh, gaming friends.
if you subscribe to my Twitch, then you'll get a friend request from me on Xbox or PlayStation or Steam or wherever you play.
Okay.
And when I'm streaming, we can play together, or when I'm just playing privately. If you're online and I'm online, we'll
One big happy family.
Yeah, pretty much. It's been. I know this is going to sound really pathetic, but it's more been a thing for me to sort of make friends, really. I don't get a lot of time to leave the house. I'm either working or I'm on dad duty, and that's a 24/7 job, that one. And so it's great that I can meet new people now that also share the same sort of passion as me, and you know, especially when I'm live streaming, when I see the comments, you see the same people, and
you remember the name. So some people have like weird names. You'll be like, oh, I remember that person.
And they'll tell me something, and I'll go, oh, you're back. Oh, how did that thing go? You went for a job interview last week. How did it go? And then we'll talk about that. And it just is. It's really positive. It's a nice positive thing in my life, and I think I'm all for stuff like that. I really am.
That's nice, and it makes a change, because online can be the devil.
Absolutely,
and you're seeing things, and the comments can be real bad. And I've seen it a couple of times you put on your Twitter saying, listen, if you're going to come online, be careful what you write, because whether it be racism or rudeness or whatever, it's like, it's a clean place, and we want people to enjoy the content rather than the trolls, should we call them?
Yeah, but because the comment section in the channel is so important to me, and especially the live comments that come through, you know, it's not just me talking to the people, it's the people talking to themselves as well. It's like a little forum. And so, you know, you can say what you like about me. You know, I'm a bit of an open goal. There's lots to work on.
You'll take it. I've seen you give it back. I've seen people come at you, and your responses are quick. So, completed it, mate. What's next for you now? So,
well, I'm actually leaving in a couple of days to work on something really exciting that I'm definitely not allowed to talk about.
Okay. Is it on TV though? Or
it's on television, and I'm definitely, of all the things I've ever done, this is the one where they've said you definitely can't talk about it, but it is very, very exciting. I wasn't planning on doing anything for a while. The last year I went from Zapped, which was on Dave, and then I went from that, I went to LA for 8 or 9 months to do a sitcom for NBC out there, and then I came back, and then we went straight on into White Gold again. So that's a long time, you know, away from my family and stuff like that I had last year. So I was thinking of taking the year off and just concentrating on my YouTube channel and doing that in the afternoons, and then just remembering what my kids look like in the evenings and stuff like that, and doing the school run. But this came up, and it only came up last week, so someone dropped out and I got in there. That's how I work. That's pretty much how I get all my work these days.
If it's meant to be though.
But yeah, I couldn't say no. It's going to be super fun, and it's got a huge audience, a really supportive audience as well, which is something that I'm excited to be a part of that family.
Well, listen, I can't wait to see that. Thank you so much for taking the time out to have the conversation with me and my guys on my YouTube. James Buckley, check out his YouTube, completed it, mate. And James Buckley, thank you so much.
Nice one.